Dangers of immorality. Protection of precepts by a bhikkhu should not be second to the protection of his life. A person having broken the precepts and appearing as a virtuous bhikkhu among other virtuous bhikkhus, accepting reverence because of perceived morality, consuming requisites decreed by the Tathagata only for the moral ones, receiving reference from virtuous bhikkhus, and participating in Vinaya Kamma are very serious matters. Kuso yata duggahito hatta me va nukantati sama nam dupparamutam nirayaya upakadhati Dhammapada niraya vagga. How will the improperly held kusa grass cut the hand, so will the improperly taken and practiced pabbajja drag the person to hell, is the meaning of it. The Tathagata has stated in the Aggi Kandhopama Sutta that the suffering caused to an immoral bhikkhu by accepting reverence shown by devotees is greater than that caused when his two legs, shanks, tied by a strong rope and pulled by two strong men until the skin, flesh, sinews and bones are cut, chest stabbed with a knife or dagger. Further, the Tathagata has stated in the Aggikandhaupama Sutta that wearing robes offered by devotees while being immoral causes suffering greater than wrapping a red-hot iron sheet around the body. Eating food offered by devotees causes suffering greater than opening the mouth with hot pliers and inserting red-hot metal balls. Using beds and chairs offered by devotees causes suffering greater than making to sit and lie down on red-hot iron chairs and beds. Living in temples built by devotees causes suffering greater than being completely immersed in a pot of molten iron with the legs up and head down. It is good to memorize the following series of stanzas from the Visuddhimagga. Abhivadana sadhyane kim nama sukam vipanna silasa dalhavala rajugansana dukha dhika dukha suyam hetu. What pleasure for an immortal person in accepting reverence from others! Such acceptance of reverence is the cause of greater suffering than the suffering experienced when pulling in two directions a long fiber rope tied to the legs, shanks. Saddhana manjuli Kama sadiyane kim sukham asilassa sati pahara dukkha dhimata dukkha sayam hetu. What pleasure for one without morality to endure reverence by devotees with both hands raised. Bearing such reverence is greater suffering than a blow on the chest with a weapon. Chivara paribhoga sukham kim nama asanatasa yena siram anubhavitaba niraye jalita ayopattasampassa. What pleasure in wearing robes for one without discipline? He should suffer contact with red-hot iron sheets heated in hell for a long time. Madhuro pi bindupato hala visupamo asilasa aditta kilitaba ayogala yena siratam. Delicious food is like poison for the one without morality. He should swallow red-hot metal balls in hell for a long time. Sukhassa matho pi dukho asilo dino manchapita paribogo yam padissanti siram jalita ayo mansapitani. Bed and chairs considered as comfortable are suffering for the immoral. He is hurt by red-hot beds and chairs in hell for a long period. Dussilasya vihare saddha deyam hi ka nivasa rati jalitesu nivasitabham yena ayo kumhi majhesu. What pleasure for the immoral person in having at a vihara given by devotees. He should live in a pot of red hot molten iron. Sankhasara samacharo kusambu jato ausuto papo anto pupi cha yam nindanto aha loka guru. The Tathagata, who insults the immoral bhikkhu, says, immoral bhikkhu has doubtful habits, is garbage rejected by the moral, putrid inside because of immorality, extremely wet due to the defilements that flow from 6 doors, and is a sinner. Dhichi vitam anassa tassa samana na vesa harisu asammanassu upahatam katamattanam vahantassa. The unfortunate life of the person who appears as a bhikkhu after destroying and rejecting virtues is disgusting. Uttam via kunakam via mandanakama vijayanti yam nama silavanto santo kim jivitam tassa. Does the moral reject the immoral just as someone who likes to be adorned reject feces and dead bodies? For what purpose is his life? Sabbha vaihi amutto mutto sabbehi adhikama sukhehi suphihi tasagga dvaro apayam mukham samarulho kurunaya uttu bhuto karunika janassa namako anno dussilasamo dussilataya iti bhahuvidha vidosa. Who else is the person other than the immoral that has not escaped all fears, devoid of the pleasure of superhuman attainments, have closed the doors to heaven, traverse the wrong path, and subject to compassion by kind people? So stated are the manifold faults of the immoral. Agikhandhopama Sutta was preached for the immoral that have deteriorated from the samana status, but appears as samanas. It is shown by the phrase asamano samana pati no in the sutta. Eka visati vidhaya anesanaya jivikam appento anipukauti anipakavati nama hoti na pannaya tattva jivikam kapeti tato kala kiriyam katva samanyakho nama hatva tassa sanghatipi aditta hoti sampajalita. It is shown in the commentaries to the Khandharaka Sutta of the Majjhima Nikaya that bhikkhus who transgress minor precepts and live immorally will be born after death as samana yakka, wearing burning bowls and robes. It is stated in the Lakkana Sanyutta of the Sanyutta Nikaya that bhikkhus, bhikkhunis, samaneras and samaneris who had misbehaved in the Kassapa Buddha Sasana were seen as weeping Petas bearing burning bowls and robes at the Gijjukuta mountain by the Venerable Lakkana. Facts being so, it must be known that improper behavior by bhikkhus is very dangerous.